Well, it's a little overdue, but here we are, 1 year into owning the ER500. It's a 2000 model, so it's technically 20 years old, and it looks every fucking bit of it. It may be in pictures, it may be in a walk around at my destination, I don't know yet. But first I'm going to take you for a little ride around, not through, the historic city of Chester. It's a very small city compared to others, but it is a city due to it having a cathedral. As I have said many times in the past, it is not my regular haunt to come into the city. No, there are also large parts of the city you can't actually ride through. Fucking hell. Hello? Meow. Meow. So yeah, there are parts of the city you can ride through and parts you can't. The parts that you can are cobblestone, so I won't go that way anyway, because it just hurts me fucking balls. Obviously, city's going through a large phase of modernisation recent years. There's still some of the original history still here, but they're knocking a lot of it down, building accommodation and whatnot. Like this part of the city walls was breached in '66, as it says there. It was a gate originally, but they made it bigger. Not today. Town hall over there. Workman in my way there. Lol. Now you see, I knew they were doing things in Chester, I just didn't know they were doing them right now. I wouldn't have come through if I'd known. I'd have gone the long way. Shit. Fuck. Nice old Triumph over there. Very nice. Call me Captain Impatient. The places to be. So yeah, here's the courthouse. That used to be the police headquarters for Chester, but they knocked it down and built that hotel. I believe David Coulthard is somehow involved in that. Yonder courthouse, the old castle across the way. Seems to be very muchly a Anglo-British castle, because it's an amalgamation of 3 different eras of castle building, all stacked, much like the city really. But who wouldn't take advantage of the Roman city of Diva? Fuck it, you know what, I will go through the town way. I don't normally, because it's a shithole, but I will today. For you good people. Plus, just nice to be out on the bike. Oh, right in the nuts. So yes, obviously the famous Chester Rows are behind me. Got a few of the classic Victorian buildings down here. There's one very famous one, it's an old pub. Let's go have a look at that. I think we're gonna have to stop outside it anyway. Just look at the shape of the roofs around here. Chester River, or the River Dee as it's known. A very scenic little ride this is turning out to be. I never actually had the pleasure of driving to college, because this is what this is up on my right coming up. It's not the actual college I went to. It is a rebuilt college. The college I went to, that fucker was sinking into the ground, so they destroyed it and built a new one. Which only seems right, to be fair. No, they're turning, that's fine then. Turning soon, I hope. Oh, they're going to wait for me, that's fucking boss, that is. Cute. So, yeah, what's to say about the bike a year in? As I pointed out, there are a few little niggles with it. This useless ass fairing, which does fuck all except buffet the wind into my face. The ongoing clutch sticking, which is basically a make sure you use it or you'll lose it sort of style. Okay. And that's about it really, niggles wise. I mean, she rides a lot better with new tyres on. That's definitely noticeable. I've noticed that she handles the rain and slippy surfaces a lot better. But as I say, she is a 20-year-old bike. She has been a little bit mistreated. Finding a lot of things that have been done on a very tight budget, which I can understand. I'm not knocking the person in question. I've been there myself. I am there myself right now. Ow, testicles. But you know, you can throw her about a bit. She's more forgiving than the Ninja ever was, and at the end of the day, it is a Kawasaki. So you just got to remember to run her. As long as you run this bike continuously, you shouldn't have any serious problems with her. Yeah. 20 miles an hour because it's a village. I think this is the village of Eccleston. This used to be quite a regular little jaunt for me and my friends in college. They obviously, a couple of my friends had cars in college, and I was one of the unluckies who didn't. So what they'd do is they'd bomb out to here on brakes, and we would absolutely hoon it along some of these roads to shits and giggles. I've never actually been to this part of the river before, but this actually links to the River Dee after its, well, should I say, prior to its going through Chester. So it turned out to be quite a nice little jaunt coming down here today. Just roll in, have a quick look and do a U-ey. Looks quite busy. Always somebody stood by a car talking. I've found that anywhere you go in the world. Oh, I see. It would normally be quite a spacious car park, but they've filled it with bollards. So yeah, I know you got 15-20 minute drive. Got a nice little nature walk, you got a river, got a nice old house. And if I am not mistaken, yeah, if I'm not completely mistaken, this is one of the entrances up at the end of this road to the Duke's Manor. Because we have them over here, you know, don't you know? Duke, I forget which one. Fuck it. I know my granddad spoke quite highly of him, but nah. Someone who knows him, you know. But they got an old hall like that one through the tree over near me. Eaton Park, there we go, that's the name of the place. Oof, quite a tough start there. Nearly didn't fucking make it. That's what I'm talking about out here, it's lovely. But it's all very, very well off. Like, I should imagine some of these houses are like 1 to 2 bedrooms and they're fucking like $500,000. Some shit like that because of the area in question. Still nice though. Still a nice little ride out as well. That's where I came from. Let's go for a little jolly, I think. So yeah, not much else to say really about the bike. I'm a bit disappointed in the condition of the top box mounting frame, if you will. The bars on that have become very corroded. I noticed the paint was in poor condition when I bought it, but seeing how they are just 1 year later has really proven that there's, you know, more to the covering up and the budget fixing than I thought. Now, I'm not particularly a fan of top boxes because my helmet doesn't fit in any of them anyway. So, yeah, I've got a fat head, whatever. But my helmet doesn't really fit into them with the cam on top as well. So it doesn't serve a purpose except for some light tools and a bike lock, which would go under the seat quite easily, to be honest. The only reason I've kept it on is in case I found some luggage that I could put on for relatively cheap, but obviously family had their way with my money with the oven and everything, so all that luggage idea went out the fucking window, didn't it? So yeah, I'll have to take them off and brush them down, paint them up again. But as we all know, I'm allergic to fucking doing anything bike wise, so don't hold your breath on that one. Now, as a matter of fact, I have no idea where I am. Oh wait, I think I do. Oh yeah, the new just off the old/new Wrexham Road. It's alright for you, you can fucking see. I couldn't see through you, you twat. Right, so that means I'm the other side of the industrial. Okay, that's fine. I suppose we could get to the shout-outs and check-ins, if you will. Obviously a lot of people through bike malfunctions, trouble getting parts, as I know that one all too well. And other things. Everyone's been having a great deal of difficulty getting vlogs out, and I know certain people are still doing their best and a lot of people are still doing it. But obviously I like to check in with you all, make sure you're all alright. Haven't seen so many vlogs out of Salvadorian Boy in a while. Mr. Hooliganisms, but he's been very busy, so I excuse him a little. I know you're all alright because I see you on Instagram and other things, and Knuckles TV, he's been busy doing his own business, I believe. It's been very hard to keep track of working continuously through COVID, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm not as up to date as I should be, because you may have put stuff out there and I just missed it completely. I know Facebook is still hiding some of my videos. I know it's still hiding comments. But I just want to shout out those particular people. Then there's Road King Jonesy, Six-Pinned, Patrick Hattrick. I mean, I believe Patrick recently released a video where, well, a live stream where he fell asleep. I'd have loved to have watched that, but I was quite busy. Well, this is boring as shit. So, yes. Busy. The other thing I'll mention is I've added quite a few people over the years to my featured channels column on the homepage for my YouTube, and I'd invite a lot of you to do it. It's a great way of creating lasting community friendships and things. This sucks, but it's a great way of having people on your channel, showing your support for them. And it's a great way for people who visit your channel to see that... Oh, it's a lawnmower. Yeah, it's a great way for people to see that you support those channels, and for people to discover them channels themselves without you having to do continual shout-outs. Great way. What I'll say is, if you want to be added to that and you're a smaller YouTuber and you think being on my channel might help you, just drop me a comment and hopefully I'll see it and I'll add you to the list. And then people will see your channel whenever they visit mine. It's great. Thinking on that though, obviously the only reason I wouldn't accept you is because you're a globe-trotting twatbag, but as you can see, I've allowed one of them on my page, but I prefer to keep it to one, so... Oh, this traffic is fucking killing me. Alright, fuck Chester, it's a shithole. I'm going out. Lol, bye. And here we can see the historic Chester racecourse. I've only been a few times in my life. It was expensive, so nope. So yeah, that's great. Oh, please don't be offended if you're a creator and we often talk and I haven't mentioned you. If you know me in any way, you know that I've got a memory like a sieve. And truth be told, it's quite lucky I remembered to put pants on before I left the house today. Of course, I do have ambitions for something different in the future, like anybody would. I don't know what. I mean, there's parts of me that want one of each type of bike, like anybody would, like all bikers. Can any of us honestly say that we don't all long for one of every style of bike? A sports bike to go ragging it round on, a cruiser to go having a nice relaxed ride on, an adventure bike to go for an adventure. You know, we all want those things. We all want each of them bikes. There is no bike that does them all. I mean, I think the best suited to me would be maybe a sports tourer or just a tourer. Something that's good for the commute, protects me from the weather, still gets me where I'm going, easy servicing, that sort of thing. But, you know, we're years down the road from that, thanks to the financial pitfalls I found myself in.